What's up everyone, Kinetic here and welcome to another Guild Wars 2 Profession Build Spotlight. Today we're going to be talking about the Engineer with double pistols. You can find the link to the build in the description below. Now with these videos coming up each week, these Profession Build Spotlights, I'm not going to be breaking down so much the skills and everything that they do, everything that the Profession does. Instead I'm just going to try to focus a little bit more on the build, on the entire match if I can show it rather than edit a bunch of clips together. I think a lot of people prefer, and I also like to show entire matches and give you guys information about how the fights go down. Now we've got a 2v2 situation here, a thief on my side versus another thief and a warrior, and one of the things I like about this build with the engineer is the condition damage, the damage over time, the dots, more dots. You can set down a lot of really good condition damage, blinds, poisons, burning, all kinds of things. And here I'm pulling out the flamethrower to cause more damage over time, which the warrior and thief are recklessly running through this fire, not really giving it much consideration, but those dots are ticking. You can see the little numbers popping over their heads, and bam, down goes the warrior and down goes the thief. I think that's one of the things I like about damage over time, is it's a little bit less scary. Like, I think, me personally speaking from my experience, when I see a big red number, like big numbers hit me, that kind of scares me, and that can intimidate me into being a little bit more defensive. But with damage over time, I find that my opponents and sometimes myself die simply because we don't really see it happening, and that's one of the brilliant things about condition damage. Now Team Red is doing pretty good. It's 75 to 30. We are really doing well on this map, and now we're going to make our way towards the clock tower. I see some fighting going on here, but it's really just more Team Red winning. As you can see on the right side, it's like red kills blue, red kills blue, red kills blue. We are really dominating this map early on. It's 102 actually to 47, and we're moving up towards the clock tower. This particular engineer build has a lot of tricks up its sleeve. It has a lot of interesting things that it can do, and I'll show you guys some of those things over the course of this video. There's a little bit of speed boost with my F3. We're moving in quickly into the mansion now that the enemies have confidently captured it, moved out of the area. However, a late Mesmer is respawning, and now it's going to be a 2v1 situation against him. And before, you know, I used to kind of feel bad about this. Like, I had myself like at a higher level, I think, of morals and sportsmanship. I didn't like double, triple teaming against people and stuff like that. But for as many times now that it has happened against me, I think I've completely lost all sympathy and all empathy for people that are being 2, 3, and whatever V1'd against, because it happens to me almost every single match. You might notice that in my playstyle, I'm a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more ruthless, and I just don't care to let like people fight one-on-one anymore. If it's whatever it takes now is sort of my mentality. As we've got this engineer moving in, he thinks that he can take us on, and I got a little trick here with Slick Shoes, my number 8 key. It helps to knock down opponents like that, and this is really good for controlling people. And my 9 there, which looked like I was getting hit by a massive bomb, was actually me sort of exploding myself away and out of the situation while also causing damage to nearby opponents. We dominate the engineer and put him in his place, and now we have the mansion again, and we're still controlling 2 out of the 3 conquest areas. Got a little battle going on here with this thief versus my teammate, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time with him. We're going to wrap him up quickly so that way we can move on to bigger and better things. Thief goes down, and it's time to move on. So we've got 269 versus 119. Team Red is just absolutely dominating this this match, and this is just me and a bunch of randoms. This is not me and Team Legacy. This is me going in solo and putting a lot of faith and trust in my teammates' abilities. We put down this opponent and take control of the clock tower, and it looks like they're trying to recapture the mansion, which makes sense because it's the closest one to their spawn point. And it looks like one of my teammates went down. I'm gonna move in with my engineer, and it looks like I'm getting myself into some trouble. It's a 3v1 situation, except I'm the one, but with all three of these guys focusing on me as hard as they possibly can, they don't realize that my other two teammates, though late, have caught up and are raffle stomping these guys into the ground while they try to focus fire on me. And there you can see, there is the thief, there is the engineer, and quickly goes down the elementalist as well. And I need to be a little bit careful because these guys, even though they're down, they're like just straight up throwing rocks right into my face, almost putting me into a down state as well. But I step out, I get some healing action going, and we're good. This build does require you to be a little bit cautious. You have to be a little bit cautious. You can't be too reckless. I mean, you have to have also some skill, I think, to keep in mind all of the different things that you can do. The speed boost, the flaming kick with F4, the slick shoes, and the flamethrower. I mean, I used to forget the flamethrower quite a lot, but then I realized the immense potential that it has to add to fights, and so I pay a lot more attention to the flamethrower in this build. I come up to this trebuchet because I hate getting hit by trebuchet shots, and the Mesmer chickens out and jumps down below. Not really putting up much of a fight, not much that he can do either. And I hold fire because I notice that the ranger has respawned, but he decides to run by, perhaps because he didn't even realize that there was any fighting going on. The Mesmer moved towards the mansion area, and that's exactly where I'm going to go to make sure that he doesn't cause any trouble. But what's the worst that can happen? I mean, it's 479 now against 151. We've completely dominated this match. And you know what? I really think that it has to do in large part to this engineer build. I have to give credit to this build. It is a force to be reckoned with. The original author kind of abandoned it from what I've read, and I made some adjustments as well. But if you want to give it a try, like I said, it's in the description below. You will find the itemization there as well, which I think is important because 26k health is pretty damn good and will definitely help to support you in this build. We've got more videos coming up from all 8 professions. Each week I'm going to be covering a different build from a different class, so make sure that you keep an eye on Digital Pulse GTR. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you guys next time.